Okay folks, now back to a new painting here. Bit of a landscape as normal, and I have a cotton canvas, extra fine cotton canvas, and on it I've drawn a little landscape, and it is 10 inches wide by 8 high. Okay, and over here is my colours on the palette, and now I'm going to start off with a thin wash just to get some colours on here. Thin wash of raw umber, a little bit of oxide red, and a tiny bit of blue, and just creating my darks. And these are thin washes. These are going to cover up a part of this and going to be wiped off. And let me see. Yeah, I don't want to wait too long before I do something to fix it up. That's a bit too. I don't want to wait too long before I pull this off. Long hair, nice greys. Just creating some greys and greens and what have you. I have created some things here. Let me see. A little bit of red, stuff in here. A little bit over here. I'm purposefully taking my time here. I'm just going to let this set up a little bit, and then I'm going to come along and wipe it off as normal. Bum bum bum. There's here and here, and it's just just don't want to cover up my little man there. Not quite yet. Very early days, folks. Just creating the background for it all. Right, now I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and fill in the sky before I go any further. Now I think I'll use a different brush. Bit of cerulean blue, bit of cadmium red, not much, just a little bit. Very small patch going to be up here, so I'd better get my liquid out. There we go. Plenty of liquid on it, a little bit of spirits to move it, and just get that up in there. And then take a little bit off the brush. Wipe the brush a little bit clean. Add a bit more red. And let's create a small gradation here. All right. Now, slight change of brush again. Now I'm moving into the yellows here, and I'm changing my brushes because I don't want anything here to be going green. So I'm just keeping that in mind. Just trying to maintain that pure color of white, of yellow, sorry. And again, remember, this is being removed. So although I'm careful with it, I'm not going to be spatial with it, as it were. And when I say removed, I simply mean just wiped. Now I'll start with the yellow here, just wipe it into it. Look at that. There we go. Nice and simple. Easy peasy. Now, let me see, where's my other, there we go. So back to adding in some darks. Too much. A little bit of grey in it here, a little bit of blue. Just in along here. Now we're off in the distance, so between here and the front of the painting, there's distance, and because there's distance, there's atmosphere. So keep that in mind, folks. Just brushing this out the way that I want to see it develop. All right. Right. Bit bluer. I want a bit cooler here. Temperatures. Now, got a comment very recently about that I don't talk about temperatures enough. That's true. It is kind of true. I always forget about the temperatures when they're vitally important, I must say. But I forget to talk about them. Strange, isn't it? Anyway. Again, keeping it grey and blue. And again, all of this is, of course, subject to change, as always. Now, I'm just thinking out loud to myself. Let's mess some of this up here now. Mess up the edges here. Get that all going in there. Get this. All right, now you can already see there is a gradient happening here. There is a distance of sorts going on. So I will maintain putting this on. Let me see. Are you the one for me? Keeping it blue in certain areas and grey in others to maintain that distance. Okay. Now, start off again. Layering down some blacks. Tiniest bit in here. And all I want to do is to work it in. Going to take a little bit off the brush. And just basically, I just wiped that an awful lot off that. So it's almost a dry brush, as it were. All right. Now this is just a gentle putt, just to work it in around the edges. Try not to lift too much of it, but a lot of it is being lifted here. And there we go. Now, I just want to rack this edge a little bit. Too much of an edge there. I'm going to put in the distant horizon here. So I'll just do it with an ordinary flat brush. I want it a good bit above his head, so a little bit pink-ish. A little bit more. Let me see now. Just about here-ish, I think. At least for now. Just marking a line for myself there. Moving forward a little bit. A little bit of the coolness in it, because we're way off in the distance here. Putting a little bit of blue in it, just to help with that coolness. Let me see now. A little bit more yellow, maybe a tiniest bit more red. And as I said before, that the way this sets up is quite excellent. Maybe it needs to be a bit darker. I'm going to put a little bit of the blue in it here, just to help darken it up a bit. Okay. Why not take all of me? Righty now, righty now. Right. Back to the darks again. Place these in the relevant places. Don't want too much liquid on it this time, or too much spirits on it this time. Just up in here. And down in here. And I don't want this being so close to him as I had originally drawn. Maybe ending this one here too, a wee bit closer, just about there. All right, so now let's get back to taking a little bit of it off, just gently, in the directions that I want it to go. Nice and messy, folks, eh? No. So let's get ourselves some burnt umber, raw umber, sorry, and some yellow. Same again, and just laying it down now. It's a bit dark. Just a little bit of this here, a little bit of liquid there. Not being too fussed, just working around him and over him and whichever way is good for me at the time being. Okay, and of course I'll come along and just gently mess around with it. There we go. Just still maintaining his position, which is definitely what I'm after, and I don't want to get caught up in losing his position. I can put it in later, but it's just I don't want to do it that way. It really is as simple as that. Tiniest bit darker here at the front. And the same on this side over here. And then up in this a little bit lighter. Up here. All right, okay. So let's get back to the darks again. Okay. Just playing with what I've got here, folks. Now, just using the light that I have here, just using what I have on the canvas to harmonize everything. Now I'm in the corner here, a little bit darker, a little bit cooler, just a bit. So a little bit caught on the brush. I'll wipe that off. Now same again. That's just come along and gently destroy it this time. Just a little bit along the edges. Create textures along these edges. Just in the middle of it too, you know, just. Now, just seeing where I is at. Okay. So I want a small brush here. And nothing special about this brush, just a small brush. I'm going to put down some, I think I maybe changed this brush. I don't like the feel of it. It's quite old. It's quite hard. I'll see how it performs. Just putting in some of the muddy things that go on along here. A little bit of spirits help move it. A little bit more greener. Okay. Just creating a little bit of a muddier path there for it, and then I'm going to just put in the reflections that I want here. Bit too dark. And here. Okay. And the same along here. Now what I want to do is just to keep it in my mind, I'm just going to darken this up a little bit again. And when I say keep it in my mind, all I mean is that there's so many things on a painting to think of that it's easy to forget about it. It's easy to move past it. And I like to, if I notice something, I like to work on it pretty quickly. It just so that in the future, if I've sold the painting, I don't want to go, oh, what have I done? You know, that type of thing. Hasn't happened yet, so relatively lucky on that front. Right, now it's too dark. I will lift that in a second, so I will. Alright, yeah, it's far too dark actually. Right, so let's just lift this a little bit. There, that's an easy fix for you. Easy way to fix it. Now that I already have all the kind of colors that I want here for the water. So I'm just going to utilize that just while it's here. Too much yellow, Alan, come on. Too much. There we go. A bit more. Okay. Now I want a clean bit of towel here, just to wipe this out and wipe away from it. All right. Now I'm going to put him in. Just going to set him in for now. And I want a little pointy brush. Where's my wee pointies? There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Now I could put this in just pure silhouetted and then wait till it dries. And you know what, I might just do that, so I might. Pure silhouetted, and I don't know. Well, I better make up my mind soon, hadn't I? Anyway. Right, so. Just a wee head. Wee shoulders. Now all I'm doing is just creating a triangle here. Which is basically what we can be, just triangles. And then offshoots of triangles as well. And create another little triangle here. And it just comes down here. Into here. And then this is a big rectangle, this one. My legs a little bit longer. This arm a little bit longer. All right, okay. Now the wee doggy. I think I might place the wee doggy closer to him. I think I will actually. I just it's still a bit wet, so I'm a bit cautious. And just here and here. Doesn't even have a head. That'll do for the time being. I'm just marking them in. They will probably be painted over again at some point. Should I give him a hat? Should I remove his hat? I've given him a hat. Should I remove it? I'll fix his shoulders up a bit here. I think I will remove his hat, you know. It's a nice sunny day. A nice sunny day. Right, so let me have a look. Right, I want this here, tree here. Now it's properly dried now. But I do want it darkened enough. So here we go. Some blues. The tiniest bit of black and raw umber. Tiniest bit of spirits, just to slightly loosen it. And let's see. Don't go too close to the edges. I want to keep those soft edges. Now I'm going to use some of the yellow here, too much. Yellow and tiniest little bit of oxide red, just to break off here. Again, a little bit of dried paint balling up. Now, a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm not, for goodness sake. Said I wasn't going to scrape it off, and then I went and scraped it off. Hold on, I'll tell you what I'll do. Stipple it in. There we go. That creates a nice gradient. Now I think this here is far too harsh. So I want to soften that with some of the red and some of the yellow just in here. Oh, Is that too bright? It is a bit redder. I'm talking about oxide red here. See now? That has softened that edge and taken that back a bit. So it has. Now, there we go. And again, it is still not quite there. I don't like the transition. I want that softer, so I do. Yes, that's better. That's better. Nine. That's a bit too red. Let's just cool that or calm that down a little bit. Just head off here into the. There we go. Look at that. Nice wee tree. Just out of nowhere. There we go. Now, have I created the underpainting that I want? Not quite. I've still got this here. This is the sky brush. I still have it. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, here to begin with, and then come in here. Tiniest bit of our spirits, just to loosen it up a little bit so I can create this effect of pushing in here. Now, I'm going to get my fan brush and pull that in. All right, okay. Now, we'll need a nice clean area of cloth here, and there we go. Has a nice edge to it, and just bring this in a little bit too. There we go. There's a little effect for you there that hopefully works. But what I want to do is, while I have all the colors on my brushes and on the palette, just going to use it to my advantage. All right, now a gentle wipe, just to take the edge off this little area here. And then one more go of this, just here. right. Now, just a gentle wipe here, folks. Barely touching. And that softens that little tree up there until I can get to work on it. Now, just while I'm here, I don't like this arc. You see this arc? I'm not keen on that. So I'm going to take it out. A little bit brighter. And I think I don't mind a vignette, but I don't want an overpowering vignette. No, that's what I don't like. I don't like vignettes that are very obvious. See, now I have a vignette here, and a little bit here, and this one coming around here, and it kind of centralizes everything to some degree. There we go. I think I'm happier with that, but yeah, I think that's a bit better. Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer that type of vignette. Let me see, am I happy with the little guy? Oh no, I have to paint around him. Nearly forgetsies here. Nearly forgetting. I have to put in the ground around him, which is kind of like a muddy ground that he's also walking on. So, what makes good mud is raw umber and cadmium red. And then, obviously, depend on the light and yada yada. Depends on how much you dull it back and how much blue you want in it, and so on and so on. You know, there's a lot of variables that come with it, but adding blue and creating a nice, very a grey. Now that's too dark, way too dark. I'm just going to use what's on the palette here. Just using what's on the palette. And just in and around him here, just as a wee path heading up into here. That's where he's going. We're going to give him a story. He's heading off somewhere. Only he knows. And he's keeping it a secret. And we're like, tell us where you're going, mister. And he won't tell us. He just won't. Anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. Alright. Now you can see the continuation of that path there. There we go. And is it too... No, I don't think it's too anything. I think it's fine. I'm not putting in his shadow yet, but I'm just indicating for it. And the wee doggy has got to have some sort of shadow as well. So I'll do the wee doggy here. And obviously it needs fixed up because it looks like a chameleon of sorts. Anyway. I just want to create a better base of this tree here. At least for now. And you know what? Something that I'm glad that I just noticed there. I want to a bit brighter. bit grayer. I want to do the same thing here with this as I done with the big tree, and come into it a little bit. Okay, all right, the same with this here, just in a bit. All right, now where's my brush, my fan brush? There we go. Just going to wipe it off, and there should be some residual stuff on it from previous. So I'm just going to, I forgot about doing it with this first. So I'm just going to go up a little bit. There we go. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. I need a new bit of kitchen towel. And just being careful here. There we go. And now, that's a bit better. Happier with that. And you're saying, what? With that? Yeah. Gonna wipe this brush off. Yeah. See that? Now I wiped that off, and it's still just so much on it. Alright. Now I was about to stop there. It's funny that, isn't it? I was about to call this one finished for today, and then all of a sudden I get caught in this bloody thing. There now. Just keeping it blue, keeping it real. Keeping it real. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, okay, now the rest of it I can tone whenever it's dry. I'll tone it up. So, so far? No, not quite, but nearly. Very nearly. I just want to give the sense of a hill drop here, just here. Just a little drop down into the water. And, okay for now. I'm just checking my my levels of colors and shades here. Blue in this mixture. This is one of these ones that I'm actually quite enjoying. Well, what the hell does that mean? I enjoy them all, but I mean, I feel like I'm procrastinating on leaving, is what I mean. I don't kind of quite want to leave this one yet. Not just yet. I think I'll bring this down a little bit actually, just down here. Well, yeah. Let me see. Yep, it's a bit better. All right. I see him again, just down around here. Okay. And just a gentle play here. Just up in the direction you want your grasses to be growing. Now, I think I'll just bring this up a little bit higher. Just here. It's a great wee grass trick that, by the way, folks. If you want an underpainting with lots of grass in it, I'll redo it here. I'll probably end up wiping it off because I'm not that happy with that. So, you know, put this down here. Squiggledy biggledy all over the place. Don't be afraid of it. And then just create that. This will be the underpainting. So, you know, and underneath you'll see all the directions of the way the grass is supposed to go. All right, at least for now, I think I have it. Okay, and I will just wonderful. Very, very good. I'm forgetting something here. I'm forgetting something. These this here is a reflection. It isn't a bit of land here. Now, I could carry on with this all until it's finished, a la prima, but I want to go and sit down for a while. I need to go and sit down for a while. Anyway, yeah, I do. I need to go and get myself a wee seat. And I'll see you all whenever I come back to finish this. I think I might be done for now. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I want to carry on. I don't want to go and sit down. Right. My legs are a wee bit sore. And that's why I'm kind of talking about going and sitting down. That's all. Go and get myself a wee sit. Have a wee sit. A wee sit. Or a wee sit down. Now. Let's give it a blast with this. And the same here. Gives a nice sweeping feel to it. Oh, I've went and killed the wee. I have to watch what I say. I went and drawn over the wee dog. All right. Maybe bring this back a little bit actually. Yeah, just along here. This is a bit too intrusive, I think, too close to the main subject here. So I'm kind of glad that I drew over the wee dog there. It was a bit of a happy accident, as it were. Can help me determine. Help me see that was a bit too close to him. Yeah, at least just for now, just create this little walkway for them, just up through this. As if he's just walked through the puddle. I think my legs are telling me to go and sit down. Just shortening the entrance to that path a little bit. Makes it a nice narrower thing that's going on. Okay, right. That'll do it. I'll see you all whenever I get into fixing this. Right, I'll see you soon enough. Bye for now. Oh, I did forget something. There's going to be a sun in the sky, and I just forgot to mark for it. Just about here-ish, I think. All I'm doing is I'm trying to keep my finger steady and just create a circle. Now you can see that on the camera. It is, yeah, it's coming up a little bit, but it's not. I think what I need is the touchiest of touches of spirits, and I'm going to wipe an awful lot of it off. I just dipped that a little bit. All right, and that'll do for now. And let me see, that creates a nice wee pocket of, nice wee thing of sun that I can put in the water. Right, okay folks, bye for now. All right folks, now back to this little one. Let's see. So a bit of work to do here and there and here. So getting out some flat brushes. some of the good stuff. And and some of the rougher brushes. Yes. Yes. Let me see. Right, a bit of a rough brush for a bit of a scumbling up and around here. Now, a little bit of scumbling requires, let me close the door over a little bit. Right, little scumbling. Now, tiniest bit of yellow. Boop. I can get some white going on here. Bit more. Over here, tiniest bit of liquid just to help it along, and let us see. Is that, what is that like? Is that too? Well, you know what? I'm happy enough with that. No, I'm not. Right, try again. See, it's yellow underneath, so it's because I'm putting on a thin layer, not shining through, and kind of throws you a little bit, you know. Wee bit of I'll just stay with what I'm doing here. I'll contaminate my brush otherwise. Okay, so I'll just keep that for now. I'll come in with a little tiniest bit of yellow. Yes, bringing it up into here, just covering some areas here. All right. Okay. Now, let us see. Where are we? Let us see. Where are we? Tiniest bit of oxide red, some raw umber, and then some white. A lot of white, not some white. Tiniest bit of blue in it. We're off in the distance. This is the area that I'm working on here. I'm just going to. I want a plenty blue, you know. Let me see, is that too dark? A little bit more blue. And I'm using cerulean blue here. As I say, I'm off in the distance here. There we go, that's a bit better. I just want to create some trees up in here, just the idea of them. Way off in the distance. A little bit more blue up in this part of it here. As if it's coming towards you just a little bit, you know. Just racking that edge a little bit. Okay, now I'm just going to put in just a hint of red along here, a hint of orange, you should say. Just a small scattering of it, just as if the heat is shining through the the edges of the trees here. So just a bit. And of course, let's just finish that with a little bit of a kitchen towel. There we go, just little bits, dibs and dabs. There we go, bit of distance there. Right, that's that one done. And let's see. Let's move into this area here, and then we'll tackle this. All right, I'm moving from top to bottom here. I need to clean this up. In fact, I'll do that now while it's in my mind. Just clean that up a little bit. There we go. Right. Now let me see. Where are you? A little bit of ultramarine. It is a warmer blue. I think it's the warmest blue. But I only use 3 colors, so I'm not entirely sure. just checking this for temperature and darkness as well. Maybe we could do with a bit darker. Just at the base here. And then a little bit later as we're moving up. All right, okay. Now, just soften it. There we go. Now we have distance there too. So I'm going to bring out a little bit of a shade on it. A little bit of a shadow on it. Just along here, just to allow for it. I'm going to be putting a tree up along here. And this will help bed it a little bit. Okay. Now I might as well just work on the back piece here. So I have it here. I already have the colors here. I'm just using them. Now I want a blue in it. Let me see, is that too dark? I think it is a bit too dark. Put a bit of the sky in this, in the color of this. And just remove that. And just creating different planes here, folks. I think I prefer different planes. It kind of gives for me it kind of gives the sense that it's going somewhere, that there's little inlets here and there. Now, just gently, just working that in, just gently. Oh, now we have some distance again. Let's get in and around here done before I tackle this tree here. I don't want to be too bright. I'm just being cautious. And I think that might be a bit too bright. It's a bit better. And I want a wee pathway as well, leading away from him. Give him somewhere to walk, as it were. We dog's getting covered up because I've got this other one here. I want a bit of bit more variation in the colors here. But let me see. Let me just have a look at this tree. Okay. Now I'm looking for a bit of a liner brush. Let's see what this is like. Now maybe a bit darker than this, but I'm just going to carry on with this because I think if it is darker, it's not much. And I think I'm happy enough with it. It's one of those splayy trees, you know. Okay, now just knocking it back a little touch, breaking it up. There we go, spreading it out. Okay, now, as I say, I'm moving forward, so I'm going to put in these trees here with the same brush. So, A bit of raw umber. And some spirits. Help it come off the brush a touch. I'm just having a look because this one is relatively important in that sense. So just looking there till I see if I'm happy with it or not. And this brush, I'm going to have to buy myself a few more liners. They're not, they don't quite have it. I think they're just old and they need replaced, unfortunately, as old things do. I just steady my hand a moment here. Not all old things though, you know. Well, it'd be a case I'd have been replaced a long time ago. All right. Right, okay, now a bit of life in this here. Now, I want to work on this before I put trees along here. And let me see, is there much work to be done on that? Maybe just a little bit down at the base here, but only a touch. In fact, I'm going to use a softening brush, a softer brush to do that job. Again, a little makeup brush. All I want is a little bit of coolness at the base of this. Barely noticeable. And just a touch of spirits. Oops. And yeah, I've added a bit too much. I picked that up for control and I lost control. A little bit of coolness. So I'm going to wipe a little bit off this and then just place it in here. Yeah. Just keeping in the general direction of the way I want it to grow. And I think I'm going to just kind of leave that in there, just as it is. Just growing out like so. There we go. And I think I maybe just slightly destroy the edges. That has darkened the base of that. So now we're moving forward here and maybe slightly darker. And use this here along here. Let me see. Where are you to be? And don't get too caught up with trees trying to fill them in completely. They're covered with leaves, the light shines through them, and there's a whole myriad of things as to why you can't see it completely. I'm just checking on my progress, and I think I'm just going to break it up a tiniest bit with some kitchen towel. Okay. All right now, all right. Now I want a little bit of a path just leading away from him here. So I'm going to try and achieve that now. All I'm after here is a bit of a darker green. Nothing, and a cool green too. Just let me see where we ought to be. Not as warm as that. I meant that's a bit better. So let me see, just here, just as if there's a little ridge here, and then I'll highlight the path. Look at that, right? So I'll get me self a little thingy-majig. Where's one of these here? This is just a wee beat up brush, another one. No, I have an awful lot of things that are beaten up, including myself. That's not bright enough. Just heading off there. It gives the impression that we're heading up in this direction here, towards the trees. Now let me see where am I to be. Right, okay. So, right, now, I want to get in some, just more variation is all I'm after at the minute now. A little bit more green here and there, or not too much, but a little bit more. Just want to see here now. Little patches of it just. I'm going to have to really cover this that little dog up. Bam-ba-da-dee, bam-ba-da-doo. Just working away, and I'm going to take a good bit off this brush. All I'm going to do is scumble this little thing in here. Scumble just the base of this tree and just about there. Maybe a little bit redder, considering the where it is, a little bit warmer because of the light here. And then the tiniest bit of darkness at the base of it, just here. Ah, for goodness sake, way too much. I'm going to continue with it because now I'm of the choice of wiping it off, just in the direction I want it to go. There we go. There's another big tree here, and I'm going to use something else to mark for it. If I can find my little brush, I can't really, but I've got a whack of them here, so I'll use one of these. Let me just see. I don't like using a new brush or opening a new brush when I know I have a load of them sitting there, but I'll use this. So I will. Let's see if this will create a point for me again. Let me see. Okay. Nice and dark. Okay. I'm going to put the base of it. I'm unsure. I'm just taking my time here, folks. I have already marked for it here, so I'm just going to put the base of it about here. Okay. Now I want it a little bit more because we're now more forward. I want it a little bit more solid. All right. Okay. Now, back to the other little liner brush. And plenty of liquid, or plenty of thing on it this time, because these are, hands are quite shaky today. Alright, now I do want that base in. Put on a base here. Just dark for the time being. And what I'm going to do again is just lay down. I want a clean patch of it. Just lay it down here. Not going to rub it, just going to rub over the top of it. There we go. Ah, that's not done nicely, so it did. All right, maybe just darken that base just a bit more. Darken that trunk just on one side here now. Yep. There. Now, I'm just going to let that dry just a little touch before I hit it with this, just to destroy that base a little bit. I'll let it dry a little bit more. Now the little man will be the last thing I work on. Probably. And his surrounding highlights on the path and things like that. Probably be the last thing that I work on. So I'm going to establish a bit of light in here. Okay. Just want to see. Nope. Too similar. Right. I genuinely really like doing it this way. It creates an awful lot of texture. Well, not all the time. Sometimes you just beat the hell out of it, you know. But it can create a lot of texture. There we go. Right, now I'm moving into here, and I want this a little bit bluer in here, a little bit cooler. A little bit cooler along the edge there too. All right. Now, do I want it? I'm not going to darken that yet. I'm not sure if I want it any darker than it is. Righty now. I'm going to, is that ready for a swish yet? Yeah, that'll do. Right, okay. So, let us see here. Just going to just in here, all the tiniest of touches. Now, all right. Now, all right. Well, we're getting there. I'm not too far from being done here. Well, no, what am I talking about? I'm talking nonsense here. I'm a good distance from being done. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Nonsense talk, nonsense. Now that's not bright enough. I honestly don't know what I meant there. My wee head is not working. Right now, there's a patch there that has been lifted, and I need to cover up. I need to cover up. There we go. Now I'm not going to go quite into this just yet because I'm still quite unsure whether I should darken that or not. And at the minute, I don't think it. No, no, it doesn't need darkened. So I'm going to break into it here with some of this. Just cover that up a little bit. All right, okay. Now, this here needs darkened a touch. Just here. I just want to make sure that that is a proper differential from this one here. Now, these wee brushes, honestly to goodness, they're wonderful wee things. They create an awful lot of textures, soft textures. Only are as cheap. cheap little brushes. Alright, for now, in the time being, I'm going to leave that. I don't want to cover his footpath up a little bit more, and I do want to create a bit of a darker patch in here. So I'm going to do that. But not so much. In fact, no spirits in it this time. None of those. That's too dark, I think. So just lighten it a little bit, and and I'm going to scumble it on. Scumbling it on also helps lighten it too. Now, there's a shadow coming off this, and I'm going to blue it up a little bit, and it's going to be a coolish blue. And again, this is going to be a scumble. Just tracing the angle of, there's the sun, just along here, and going over the form of the hill that you have there. Just creating a wee arc. Okay. Could do with a bit darker maybe. Just to let us know that it's there. But subtlety is a game too, you know, so I'm actually going to knock it back a little bit. Alright. Now, my next step will be maybe working on the little guy, but I'm not sure. I'm just having a wee look around me to see if there's anything. I'll do all his surroundings first. So I will. I'll do the surroundings first. Now, I have an awful lot of the colours down here. I'm just going to use them. Little patches. He's on a little path here. And I definitely need to get a thick colour for this little dog here. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to get this little dog covered up here. He's a bit distracting me. So let me see. A little bit brighter. Nice and thick, lots on the brush. Probably a bit more than that. On the brush. And just creating just getting rid of the little dog there in that sense. Now let's create the shadows for him and the dog. Same brush just wiped off. So a nice blue. Nice velvety blue here. It's been properly greyed out. A little bit of raw umber in it, and a little bit more blue and the tiniest bit more red. Let me see, now that's too much. Just testing this out here now. Okay. So let's see if this is dark enough here. I think it's too dark now. Yes, that's not so bad. Let me see this little guy. This little guy, where's he? Where's my other wee brush? I thought I put it out, but I don't think I did. There we go. Just using what's on the palette here. Don't want to be brightening them too much, and I'm nearly sure that's too bright. Yes, it is. Not much highlights on the back of him. He's a bit of a silhouette here, but a bit brighter than that still. This is right in between, so there we go. A nice little. Okay. Now what I actually do want to do is recreate the legs in a different way. So I'm going to slightly widen them here. And then I'm going to put in a little split between his legs, if I can. It's just the light shining through as he's walking. So, just here. And I'll probably have to wait until that's dried. And the legs need to be a bit thicker too. Bit brighter, and just putting this in, at least as a placeholder anyway. And then the light coming through the shadow too. And do I need to make the legs thicker? Yeah, do just a little bit, you know, down the sides. Just here and here. And then let's create some darker patches on them. Just for shades and shadows and what have you. Especially the hair. Now, and the legs here, I'm still thinking that they need to be just a touch wider. Nearly done. I just want to take a little bit off here, soften the edges a touch, you know. I'll soften the edges a little bit more with the highlights on it. Let me see, the wee dog. Just let's get going on this the wee doggy. Hey, the wee doggy. Pretty dark. Yeah, bit of a silhouette just. So it's wee bum. Here's wee bum up there. Wee arch. Coming up to his wee head. I'm just checking my proportions. Right, and then just creating a little bit of an arch here for his front, where his front leg will go. Just there. Where did I leave? There we go. That's his front leg. And then his wee side legs. And then his back leg here. And a wee tail. All right. Right, just going to round off his shoulders a little bit. Have his coat coming out a little bit too. Yeah, it's a bit better. A bit better with that. But I still need to really create a good brightness within his legs there. I'm getting there. I think I maybe, should I give him a stick? No, I don't think I will. With thy thoughts in wakeful dreams. Hear the music of the water, tender sobbing, sudden sigh. All right, that's a bit better. And I'll a small brush for highlights. Small brush for highlights. And I'll use this one. Now I probably should wait until it has dried, tacked up a little bit at least. But I'm not going to. I want to see what happens. I can always paint over them. Oh, I want to shape the brush to it's relatively flat. And then just put the highlight here and here. Yeah, no, I'm going to wait until it's dried a little bit. Right, not much more to do, folks. Just work down in the water here, create more shadows down in here, and get some grasses going. And then fix the wee guy up and his wee doog. And I think that might do it. Well, it'll do for now. I'll just let it tack up and I'll be back soon enough. Bye for the time being. Oh, actually, folks, literally just a second here, but I just had a wee look and he isn't silhouetted enough. So I'm going to darken him down a little bit. Almost as dark as the dog. And that'll give me the chance to round him off a little bit here and there. Get his coat coming along here. All right. Just having a wee look. Yeah, he's a bit. It's a bit better. All right, so it is. Just have the legs a little bit wider at the top. Move it down to the bottom. It's a bit more silhouetted. And I'll just wait until the highlights come. Okay, that'll do. Alright folks, back to this one. Now I'm just going to finish this. I want to get this one finished and out of the way, so just get me a little bit of brightness. Now, this brush is a bit too long, methinks. Yeah, I'll get a shorter brush. Somewhere along the way, another love will find us. Nearly there with this one, folks. Just have this to do and that to do and a little bit of other things. I'm just going to scumble this on a little bit, just a bit of a highlight down the back here. And I also believe that to be a bit overplayed here. All right, all right. Just a little bit down the side here. Maybe someday, somewhere along the way. Naddle-daddle-dee, da-da-dee, dee, na-da-da-dee. Na-na-da-da-dee, la-da-da-dee, na-da-da-dee-dee-dee, and-a-la-la-dee-dee. Now, what I am going to do with him is that there is I want a bit more light around him. I'm going to scumble that light on instead. And around the little dog too. A little dog. Yeah, a little bit more saturated than that. Put a little bit of yellow into it. Just to help make it pop a little bit. And your little dog. It's going to be quite a bit along here actually. I'll get another brush. I just think that as I was looking at it, him and his wee dog were not silhouetted enough for me. So I decided to make them a little bit more silhouetted. I'm just scumbling it on, folks. Nice dry surface. Oh, I have an alarm going. I shall be back in. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe someday. La 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 do. Right. Let's get this little doggy done. I don't want the head to be too big. All right, okay, now I'm just checking. Now I want, for sure, this arm of his to be a bit better. La da da dun 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 do dun 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 do. I can't see my little round brushes. I know where they are. I know where they are. Right, here's one. And there'll be another one, and there'll be another one. Adding some shade in it, folks, just to get a bit of contrast going on there. Wee coat coming out. All right. Now I think that yeah, I'm happy enough with this now. And just slightly brighten it a little bit. Back and forward and back and forward. Another love find us. Bum-ba-da-bum. There we go. A little bit of a greyish coat on the gay. And I need a fine tip, and I can't find one. The finest one that I can see is not very fine. I think I'll have to break into my new collection. Right. See, it's not very fine. It's hard to create a fine line without a fine brush. I shall try anyway. Little highlight on the top of the dog. just along here. Just knock it back a touch. It's there. Nonetheless, a little bit more just here. Breaking that up a touch. There we go. Now let's sort out this. The shadow. Mostly, not mostly blue, but a little bit mostly blue. Another love finder. What I'm not keen on, I must say, is if I can get my brush, just this straight line that I have here, which I shall do with away with fort with just here. All right, okay. Now, not much left to do, but go our separate ways. All right. I think I'm just going to put the sun reflection in it here. Tiniest bit of liquid, mostly white. There's a little bit of yellow on the brush. Ah, da da dee, da da dee dee. Nice and gently. Not trying to wreck just what I did there this time. Just want it down. Get a bit of a glow in that. And then just take it into this here just a little bit. All right, now just going to put down a few rocks here and there. A few stones with some highlights on them. Little ticks and dabs here and there. And then I'm going to add in some thingy-me-jigs. What is it they're called? Some grasses, folks. And just checking the viscosity of this. Nice and gentle. Needs a bit more. Probably a different brush than what I'm using. Just patience now. Never my strong point. But sometimes you just gotta have them. Alright. Same on this side here. Just a few. Just going to shape the brush a little bit, just create a flat edge on it. Another love will find us. Oh, the wee dog's looking a bit anemic. I'll have a wee go at him in a sec. There we go. Highlight similar, or that highlights him. What's it do to him? Yeah. Silhouettes him a bit better. Just filling in the. Oh goodness me, I missed. There we go. Now, am I done? Am I done? I don't even know. I think so. I think that'll do for the time being anyway. I don't see me coming back, but I'll put a little bit of light in the put a little bit of light in the trees. Am I too bright there? Nah, I think I might be. Put a bit of red on it. Knock it back a touch. Then the tiniest bit of blue. And then some white. Little tiny little bit of liquid. Let's see where we are. Now let's get over to this side here. Just bring a little bit of light into here too. And of course, get me a little bit of kitchen roll. Just knock some things back a bit. Let me see. Aye, that's nice enough. Wee man walking his dog. Yeah, I think that'll do. Right, folks. I'll see you again in the next one. And if you could, please like and subscribe and all of that stuff. And I'll see you all soon enough. See you in the next one. And bye for now. Oh, no. The tip. I almost forgot the tip. Almost forgot the tip. So, as I was saying, if you could, please like and subscribe. And I suppose I'll see you all in the next one. And there you go. There's the painting done. I'll straighten it up a little bit. There now. See you soon enough. Bye for now.